Alright, hey guys, it's Afterburn again, yeah. Sorry about the style of the last video, that was a little bit weird. I'm joined once again by Mr. Kev Striker, there he is, and his lovely girlfriend Rebecca is all the way over there, but I'm not about to pick up the computer, because that will require a lot of movement! Oh, there she is. Hey. And if you remember the last video, I showed you that I had picked up Warbotron laser cannon. Yeah, there he is. He's big, beefy, and heavy too. There's some metal in this thing. Not on him, but on other parts. But, yeah, he comes with a flight stand, and I'll show all this off in a little while. But I went back through my old videos and noticed that I talked about Afterburner, the turbo ejector, the Afterburner variant. I talked about Speed Wheel, the light speed variant, but I have the other two limb boys, and I never spoke anything at all about them. So we're going to start with Nose Cone, also known as Hammer Sharpener. What a weird name for a drill tank. My only complaint about this dude, I wish the drill spun. I understand why, gimmick-wise, but, you know, you could have worked it in somehow. Anyways. So, yes, he's a drill tank. He's poo-colored and diarrhea saffron yellow. It's an odd color combination, isn't it? Yeah. He comes with these angling missile thingies on his back. Yeah, he also comes with a couple of little saffron yellow pistols that you just plug into the ass end here. There you go. And they're on their own hinges, so you can angle those up and angle up the missile pods all at once, so he can be firing missiles while drilling into you at the same time. Fun. Size comparison, just because I have him here. Titan's Return Octone. Yeah. Yeah. So he's about Voyager size. And he will be standard size comparison for a lot of things. So, anyways, to get him into robot mode is actually pretty simple. Come back here where the feet are. Straighten them out. Put them on the back there. Then, you crack them in half. Then, you just spin them around at the waist. And that kind of looks really funky. But, you split the legs. Then you come back here where it's really tight. It's not that tight, but you split the treads off from the back. Lengthen his leg. So you got leg all done. Oh, another accessory he comes with 4 of these little teeny tiny knife thingies. They're not really useful. I mean, you can hold them, but they just look better when they're just plugged into that little sheath on the leg, and they stay there. Second. Unplug that, swing it down. You got the legs all done. Now for the upper body, you just unpeg the nose cone. You unpeg from the middle here. Swing it over the back. We'll deal with that in a bit. Take the front treads, unpeg them, rock them up, and there's a clip. I don't know if all you see that. There's a clip there. There you go. You can see it against my face. Little clip goes over the top of the shoulder and hooks it in place. And what you do is you take the back half of the tread, untap it and fold it forward, just like that. There we go. And then from the front, you lift the whole front panel up, slide that little black piece in, and just shove the fist out. Then you can just rock the rest of the arm out, replace the tread, and move on. Same thing over here. Rock, untab, lift, and untab. Rock the slide the fist forward, peg it closed, rock the forearm, bring it down, and do it. Then you come here to the front, take his chest panel, flip that down. I have a hard time getting that out. There we go. And grab his head. Now when you go to the backpack, you want to split this apart. Well, you can leave it like this. And there's your robot mode. You can leave it like that. It's perfectly up to you. You can do that if you want. But where the gimmick comes in, and why I have such a gripe with this thing, but it's not a massive gripe, is you take the gray pieces, split them apart, take the red little nose cone bit with the silver tip, pull it off, take the back half of the drill out, and just close the back pieces together, and you can just stand them down. And, yeah. Okay, so he's a little wobbly. Probably because I don't have the heel spurs down. Duh! And then what you do is you take the staff, swing that down, plug the tap on, and there's his hammer. Yeah, the little like pickaxe hammer thing. And that's why his name is Hammer Sharpener. Why would you want to sharpen a hammer? But then again, yeah. And he can hold it just like that. Ta-da. Now, one little bit of this I didn't realize for a while, but I just found out about it because I'm stupid, is that he has... I don't know how well this is going to come out, but maybe if I use this as leverage, I don't know. Well, no, it's not going to come out. Oh well. In this little space on the forearm is a little panel. And if you can see there, you can see it, a little silver bit, there's a little flip out, like, underhanded gun. And I have not found a proper way, probably save for a pair of tweezers, to get that little gun out. And there's one on both sides. Flip this down and I'll show you. Yeah. There's one over there too. And there's no tab to get your finger on. It's almost impossible to get it out. I'm not even going to try because I'm not going to leave him in this mode. Not going to. Not worth it. And yes, he can hold his gun. Just, if it will work with me, work with me. Come on, man. Yep, hold the gun, just fine. But what he's really meant for is a leg. Yes, he's meant to be a leg. So we're going to get him into leg mode right now and then move on with the video. So you can just take apart the hammer. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it back together. Okay. There's a specific way you have to put the hammer in. You want to put it in with that notch facing down, because when it goes back in, it's going to peg right onto that little tab, the end of that yellow bit. So peg that in, put the tip back on to hold it in place, drop it back together. And you come to the front and get his chest panel open, swing his head back down, and there's the port right there in the center for where the combiner post on Scattershot will plug in. And you can actually, at this point, just force that entire backpack back in, because that's where it's going to stay. You come to the arms, put his hand back in, pull the panel back out and lock it down, then rock the whole arm assembly back in. Very squeaky. Peg it all together, and then unhook the shoulder and bring it back down. Just like that. Once again, hand in, panel over it, rock the arm back in, peg the tread back into the arm, pull it back down, Get that back into place. Don't know how that happened. Okay. And from here, what you want to do is you want to rotate the waist back around like so. Because you want to take the feet and you want to, and right here in the center of the, right at the tip of the foot. I don't know how well you're going to see that. Right there. You rotate the foot on that really squeaky hinge and put it up against the front of his legs. And what you're going to do is you're going to basically put him back into his squat stature for when he was a tank, or when he's in tank mode. Fold his heel back in. Do the same thing on the second side. Rock him back into position. Peg the tread in. And from here, you go to the ankle connector bit that comes with Scattershot, and it's metal. And right in there, right in. As I drop it, damn it all. There it is. Okay, ankle connector. Drop it in. And then make sure all that junk gets pegged back together. So at the end of it, there's your leg. Yeah. And yeah, he's got a pretty hefty back panel there. Yeah. The arms just stick out the back. Can't do anything about that, but whatever. And for storage for the guns, you're supposed to put it into these little holes on the back of his leg. The problem is the holes are too shallow. They won't stick. So when it comes to combined mode, these are going back in the box. And then you take big old foot, comes with Scattershot, and got metal on it, die-cast metal. And you want to take the one that has the ankle ratchet that goes right to left. And then connector. Oh. Make sure the ankle rocker's in the right spot. And you just shove it in, and there you have another foot. And that's cool. Oh. And it's falling apart on me. Don't fight me. Why are you fighting? Okay, foot. Cool. And just for the sake of fact, I'm going to show speed wheel. Light speed. Has a different ankle connector, plugs into the back of his robot mode feet, and they just, there's two little shallow holes on the back of his heels where the connector all plugs in, and his guns plug in to those two holes there. But since I'm not leaving the nose cone ones on, I'm going to make it symmetrical and not leave his on, even though they peg in better. So, square peg, square hole in the foot, plugs right on. Easy peasy. Lemon squeezy. There we go. Putting it behind my computer, can't see. Anyways. Oh yeah, and I think I've covered it in his video, but this is the ARM variant for Turbo Ejector. He comes with the little... he doesn't come, but I put on the wrist connector that comes with Strafe here, which we'll be getting to shortly. And he's all set. Hands are otherwise occupied at the time. And moving on. So, like I said, here's Strafe, also known as Double Strike. And he is probably the fiddliest one I've had. Out of all the Warbotron ones, he is fiddly. Like, getting him into certain modes, he gets really fiddly. But, you know, you deal. Comparisons to Mainline Deluxe. Here we got a Mainline Voyager. Here we got Octone again, so yeah, the guns make him a lot longer. But Octone, yeah, I'm not reviewing him. Like I said before, I'm only going to be doing third-party stuff, so that's all you're getting. And he's cool. I mean, for an arm bot, he's very easy to work with. But as we're going into it, let's just go into it then. So you take the wings, you bend them forward, and well, you're supposed to slide them up on this rail, but I don't see any issue with that, so I just leave them. And then you take the tip, fold it back, make sure this fin is folded in like this, and there's a hole in the back of the wing there, white tab. Line them up, done. And then you rock the, you want to rock the legs down, you can. Split them. Like I said, we're going into robot mode, then we'll do combined mode, because that's where they're going to be for the rest of their life. You do the same thing, you just fold them and tab them in on the back, like so. Then, what I would then do is take the guns and the wings. Parts forming! Yes, parts forming. Anyways, so you unpeg the arms, you swing them out to the side, and there are multiple joints in these arms. They look really cool. You unpeg the cannon from the back, swing his body all the way around. Bring the arms down, roll, foldy, foldy, foldy. Not roly-poly-oly! Jeez! And I thought I was acting funny the other night. Holy crap. Anyways, so you get the arm like that. You want to have the big hinge here facing back because that's where it's supposed to be for combined mode, and that's where I'm going to leave it. And because you can still use the elbow. Do the same thing over here. Flip the hand out. Pull that panel. La-di-da-di-da. And I'm not going to do like a full, like, oh, here's the full robot, here's the full combined mode, because that's... Oh, my lord. And then what you do is you take the little wings, plug them in up front, and they're strafe in robot mode. And yes, he can hold the guns. Yeah. I mean, the backpack doesn't lock in anywhere. I mean, it does, but it doesn't really look good anywhere. The feet are interesting. He uses the tail fins as his feet. That's the only interesting bit I can see on this entire figure. That's sad. But we all know what he's useful for. An arm. So he comes with his connector, and his connector comes in two parts as well. Got the wrist guard and the wrist itself. Take the wrist off, plug it in between his legs. Pick that down, squeeze his legs together. Now, MGO found the same fault with this figure that I do, that the wings don't really hold together, but I've managed to force it, and I don't see any stress marks, so like he said, results may vary. And what you do afterwards is you take the little wrist connector and you shove it on, and then what you're supposed to do is flip his feet up. So there's your legs. And again, take the wings off, take the guns out, because this is going to be probably the fiddliest part of this entire transformation. What you're supposed to do, you're supposed to take this cannon, you're supposed to push it all the way down on a slider. Now, it's really tight, it's really thin. I don't know if it's going to go, because I don't want to break anything. Nope, not going to go. It's not a big deal. I'm just going to... Actually, it shouldn't be that far down. Either way. Oh, put it back into... You you put it into vehicle form configuration. What you do is you flip his head down, and this whole chest assembly pivots up like that, and that's where the chest goes for this. Then you can just take his combiner peg, lift it up, and then you can do what you want with the bottom of his chest. I just leave it right there. This white panel flips into where his head's supposed to be. This flips up like that, I believe. I haven't seen the instructions in a while, so I'm just going by memory. Yeah. It was like that. No. They stay out to the side. Ha ha ha. Yeah. Now that I know what I'm doing, and what you do is you rotate the entire assembly so that it's supposed to look like this, where the forearm, black bit here, white around on the forearm, just holds together like so. That holds in like that. Do the same thing now. I remember because I'm doing it, and I remember how things go because I'm a stupid. Well, maybe I'm forgetful then. I don't know. It's on the shelf. Yeah, it's true. I haven't really fiddled with him in a while. So, okay, arms like this. And how did I want him? That way. I wanted him this way. That's right. Because I'm like, nope, nope. You want the wings facing up because then you get the use of the double jointed elbow. You get the knees and you get the hips for the elbow, which works out a lot better in that case. And then you take the wings. Now the wings don't really fit in the black parts here, like size variants. What I wound up doing is they fit better on one side more than another. Yep, they fit better over here. So they fit better when this little divot on this side is facing out. Very tight. Very tight. Tolerances, Warbotron. Even though that's pinned, I can't really worry about that. Anyways, so you want the wings pegged in like that. Now I'll put them on later because they're really fiddly right now. Now the guns fit into the ports on the backpack, and you're not gonna fit them in right unless you do a little bit of modification. And the mods you have to do are very straightforward. You just unscrew the halves of the backpack. You know, there's a black half and a red half, and you just take a little screwdriver and you unscrew them just slightly, just enough so that the rear peg on the guns fits in without any problems. And then next thing you're supposed to do that drives me a little crazy is the backpack. There's a little space on the guns, and there's these two little pegs. They're supposed to just hold on, but they don't really. But the friction is there. Yeah, the friction's there. I'm not gonna worry too much about it either way. But it doesn't. They don't really hold. But I'm not really gonna mess with him too much. You know, after tonight, he's just gonna sit on my shelf next to Bruticus. Speaking of which, he was too heavy to bring, so sorry if you wanted to see him. And there. So, yay, left arm. Hooray. Now we can just, now that he's done, he'll stay. See? The wing does not like me. That wing does not like me whatsoever. And I can't plug it on top because that's not right. Shouldn't look like that. It's supposed to be on the side and... whatever. So, there he goes. Now for the big guy. Ugh. Money well spent, I must say. Now, the figure itself is just right here. Apart from the little posts on both sides. What this is a flight stand. You comes with 3 little swords and the stand and these posts. And these posts just plug into holes on the inside of the swords. And that's how you get the flight stand. And that's really cool. I'm glad they incorporated this. But apart from doing this in this mode, these 4 pieces are never going to be seen again. And just to show it off, there's the sword. Okay, bright orange, translucent orange with silver. Yay. Really only useful in robot mode, but it doesn't have any effect in the combined mode whatsoever unless you want to use this one. But then you can't really plug it into the hand. You kind of have to, like, he's got to plug it this way into the hand. That doesn't look right, so we'll leave that there. Also, it won't be used anymore, the little pegs, so we can pull the pegs out. Get out. So, there is the full laser cannon in his space futuristic jet thing mode. Yeah. Look at the jargon, holy crap. And yes, the combined mode hands are stored underneath. It's kind of like, here, I'll give you a boost. That's fun. But they can go off to the sides. We'll show them off with the arms in a bit. And like before, I'm going to show it. There he is. With Octane. Yes, he's more like a leader class. If Kevin had prepared himself and gotten his leader class Combiner Wars Megatron off the shelf, we could have shown that. But he couldn't help by grabbing Devastator for later. Yes. 2 figures I've reviewed on this channel before. Thank you very much.
Problem.
But yes, so this is his rifle. It's also the combined mode rifle. We'll show that off when we get to that. It also comes with these 2 teeny little pistols. They can go off to the side. They have more of a showing. They have like a decoration feel in combined mode more than anything else. But before we go there, I'm just going to quickly fiddle with Octone here, because I want to show him off in one of his other modes for comparison reasons. I'm going to do this off camera, because I'm so professional! Until I'm out of practice. I'm way out of practice, but either way. Just worry with this later, and hey, it's Debbie! Hooray! I can leave him off to the side for now, so we don't have to, or we gotta get out of the way. You can put him right there. I know I have to move it.
A little dusty. Correct.
Yeah, he's a little. Holy shit, he's dusty. Yeah, Combiner Wars Devastator. You remember I did this. I did that for him. He bought it. I didn't want it just because I thought it was a little too expensive. But I was happy to review it. I always am happy to review things that Kevin wants me to review. Leave. I gotta do this really quickly.
Bonus for being my best friend.
Yeah. As he's trying to hurt himself. I think he's doing it on purpose.
No.
Mm.
He didn't mean to.
Accidentally on purpose?
He didn't mean to.
I'm getting a little thirsty. May I have a soda?
That's not a soda.
Can I have orange soda?
Yeah.
Orange soda. Please. Thank you. And now? Yes. That's the thing we use at work now.
What?
One of the guys at work taught me the phrase, please, thank you, and now. I'm not trying to be rude.
No. Not
That was satisfying.
I knew.
Okay. For those of you who want to see, for the past 2 minutes or so, I've been working on Octone. I think he's cool, but he doesn't have any place in this. He's only here for a couple of reasons. One, for size comparison, but yeah,
very cool.
he's cool. So he'll stay over here with his fiddly wings and all.
There you go.
Product shot!
And watch it. Just
I almost and laser cannon here almost died. He almost fell over. Now, he does have a cannon mode. The problem with it, I don't like it. And I don't know how to do it, so I'm not going to do it. I mean, it involves stretching this out. Come on. Stretching that bit out. Folding these bits out. And putting them in the foot. And then just like, there's a cannon. Yeah, pretty much. It's not really worth it. So, I'm not going to do it. Besides, I have a better shot for this bit later. Anyways, to get him into robot mode, you first take that piece off. That becomes the chest plate in both the vehicle, not the vehicle, the robot, and the combined mode. Yes, this has dual purpose. Put that over there. Then we take the cannon axe bit. He can't hold it as an axe. He can't really hold it as an axe. I'm expecting that if I wrap the combined mode hand around it, he can hold it like a little tiny axe thingamajigger. Because that would be cool. Otherwise, you just have to wield it as in like an underslung. Yeah, I have the hiccups. Cannon thing like that. And that's okay. But we'll get into accessories when we get into those modes. And yes, lots of parts forming on this thing. So, front bit comes off. And then we're left with the base robot here. Okay. Again, more parts forming. Rip the wings off because you're not going to need them. Come up here to the front. This black tab pegs in right here, and it's wicked secure. I usually have to take a bit because that pegs in wicked secure. Get that out of the way. Come up here, untap his legs, and these little locking points on the legs that allow me to bring the leg out to full extension, peg it in, rotate at the hip, and bring it down, and then take the other one, unpeg it, straighten it out, again, rotate it at the hip, bring it all the way down, much like that. Okay. Rotate, a lot of rotation. So you want the white hip skirts facing forward at this point. No, there. Then you come in here, unpeg, bring those down. At this point, you want to take the back panels and flip the outer bits under. Make it more clean. Okay. No matter how many times I do that, it's still undo that. It's still very tight. It's one of the gripes I have. You undo things, you just don't know if it's going to work. So you come into the front, unpeg it, bring that down. There's your wrist. Same thing over here. Ugh. Like I said, every time that gets scarier and scarier. Luckily, I won't have to do that much longer. Unflip the hand.
Snap the joint.
I know. Every time I feel like I'm doing that, even though I loosened the screws in the forearm. And then this is where this is where the chest panel comes into play. See, these two white ports. There's a little black peg here, two white tabs and a black slot. There's chest plate. Come to the back here. It just folds in. Maybe I'm missing something. I don't think so. Take these back panels, these black ones with the silver tips, you fold them down to create a butt flap. Butt scratcher.
Ass scratcher.
Maybe I did this right. I don't know. It doesn't make sense, but yeah, like I said, he won't be in there that long. But in a basic sense, there's the. I forgot the feet. How dare I? How dare I forget the feet? You want to extend the leg. See, you want to extend the leg fully, just like that. Unpeg the front of the foot from the front here. Come around to the back. Take the heel spur. Bring that down. Now this is where I wish I had tweezers. Because what you're supposed to do. Come on! Can't do this at home without tweezers. And there's nothing tiny enough here to get in. There we go. Ah! So you take that center peg and you fold that out. And you fold that out. And you peg those two panels together and you create one solid foot. Just like that. And you do the same thing over here. Now, I don't know if I'm going to get this one because this one's even tighter. And I can't loosen it because, hey, there we go. I wasn't expecting that. Okay, so there's his feet. And there he is fully in robot mode. Yeah. And instructions also say to do this, make the wings go on the legs like this. I mean, yes, it's useful. There you go. Completionist, yeah. And okay, so he can hold the itty bitty pistol as Kevin is doing sticky keys on his girlfriend's computer. Not paying any attention to the. Okay, so he can hold the little bitty pistol. He can also hold his massive ass rifle. Yep, rifle. You can hold that. And just compare. Yeah, he is on the leader class scale. Yep. But there's a reason why. Oh, and you can take the cannon bits. Before I forget, take that. And you take the axe handle. You can create little hatchets.
Oh.
You can make little choppy hatchets. And like, and this is what I was trying to do before. I don't know how well this is going to work. Yeah. Yeah, that'll do. Maybe I plugged them in on the wrong side. Probably. Yep, I did. Plugged them in backwards. Nope, it won't even hold in there. Holy crap, it's too wide. I'm such an idiot. Oh well. I was trying to see if he could hold the axe by that. You know, he can make the axe. He can't even hold it like that, so that's sad. Anyways, but now on to the main event. And it goes like this. So first, I'm going to bring in the arms. This is right arm. Okay, hand. Pegs on like so. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Hand. Right hand. Because afterburner is the right arm. And then come over here to strafe. We get the left hand and the left hand. And this is 40 minutes long. Holy shit.
Hey, but it's good.
But it's completion. Uh-oh.
Good.
There we go. That was tight. That won't go anywhere.
Oh no.
That's not going anywhere. There's the left hand. On strafe. Yay. I'm going to have to tighten this up. Oh well. So, to get him into combine mode, again, rip the wings off his legs. And you want to take apart the center of the foot. Plug that all back together. So that their feet are back like this. And then take this backpack and you just raise it out and take it out of the way. I then go to the hip skirt, the red hip skirts right here, and unfold that outer panel so that it looks right. Then what you're supposed to do is these little black tabs, there's a black tab on both sides of his legs. You want to raise up his leg at the hip joint, and then you drop the leg back down on the hip joint there, and plug those legs back in, and you have that. And then you raise up the entire leg to expose the combiner port. And what you then want to do, before you do that, is you want to rotate the waist around. And you also got to take off the chest shield. So we're going to do that again. I'm going to raise the leg up on the hip ratchet, pop these lock tabs out, drop the leg, and pop the lock tabs back in. Then what you do is you raise it all the way up to expose the joint, and you work on that from there. That's not yet. I don't do that yet. You come up to the upper body and rotate his fist back in. You want to raise up the shoulders so they're in this configuration. And at this point, you want to swing the head out like this. And the combiner mode head is on the same platform. While you have him up in this position, I'm going to come in here, and you want to bring down these white panels. Just do that now on both sides. Rotate, hand in, close, then you collapse the entire arm. I did that wrong because I have to turn it first. There we go. Red tab on the forearm, slot here, and they peg together. And then you take the top of the shoulder here, you want to swing that forward, and swing this panel out, and there's a brown tab there that will fit over this hole here and lock it into place. Orient that properly. Do the same thing on the other side. I'm going to collapse to the point where you can plug it in. Bring this down. Plug over the forearm. Okay, and then you want to raise the panel that the combiner mode heads in and slot it all the way down, and then swing the whole rest of the way up. On the back here, these little panels that you fold over, and they plug into the back of his neck to secure the whole assembly together. There we go. That was very nice. So they hold the whole assembly together, right? The lighting is terrible, but there it is. I don't know why I thought of this. I didn't think of this before. Right there, those little panels. Okay? You come back to the front, and on the chest shield, that little black panel comes up. And now instead of plugging down here, the posts in the those little holes on the interior, not the outer panels, but the interior panels, will have the little white tabs plug in there. And then that little gray piece on the back of the chest shield actually comes and fills out the neck, just like that. At this point, you take the teeny little pistols, and they go into those little ports on the front of his chest. Like I said, they become cosmetic. Boom. Do you have like a set of tweezers or something in here, Kevin? Because I'm not going to get this out any other way. Tweezers? Something thin, something narrow, like a.
In my pocket, man.
That'll work. That'll work.
Is it in your purse?
I think so.
Because the combiner ports, you can see them there. There's no grip strength, and they're super tight. You can't get them out without something else. And I don't want to use any of the other bits in here that may break. Speaking of which, the axes. Port on the leg, white post.
That's yours from last week.
That goes right there. Fills out the leg. Same thing over here.
Try to use a key.
Something
If
thin.
you want to try that,
Something
while I
thin.
look for it.
Okay, so the axes go onto his legs and fill out like that. I just need something thin. Yeah. Maybe like a flathead screwdriver if you had it in there.
Probably. I'm not sure.
Well, sewing needle, that'll work. Yeah. Or maybe it's just a...
Yeah.
Cool.
Maybe if I turn his head and get the leverage. You know what? I'm going to have to change something up. Just because I should have done this before. I got his head all the way up. Okay. Didn't, but not bad. Okay, so I'm going to drop his head down just so I can get the leverage I need. Two clicks, and I can get that out. There we go. Thank you. Stiff ratchets. Stiff ratchets. But wonderful. Okay.
Use this one too.
It's not a big deal now. Okay. So now the combiner vaginas, as Theo would put it, are out. Yes, there's a YouTuber who calls combiner ports the combiner vaginas.
Get it in the hole.
Ha. Yes. So we're going to go back, redo all the things I did before. Yep. There we go.
Come on.
So like I said, axes go on the back of his leg, on the sides of his legs. And then we just fold things in, and this tab, the post that's on originally on the front of the scattershot neck, will peg into this hole right here to lock the whole back assembly in place. Then we can bring the butt flaps back down. And finally, to get everything all done, take the wings, and then they will go into two ports on his back to fill out the back. And there we have the combined mode torso. And I like that. That's cool. Now, for the hard part.
Putting it together.
Putting the bad boy together. Because MGO had a ton of a hell of a hard time putting this thing together. What I think I'm going to do with the legs is I'm going to take the foot off.
You want me to help you with anything?
Nope. I think I can do this without
Extra hand.
an extra hand, even though that is a pain. The leg slider does not like to work. I mean, the leg slider works fine, but when you really need it to, it's a pain in the behind.
There you go.
Nope. That was the leg slider again. Ah. I swear, this... Take the clamp off. Raise the back panel. Where's that bit again? I wonder. Hey, I got it. Okay, I got it. It's holding. It's holding. It's holding. Oh man, it's holding. Okay. Okay. So, yep, it's holding. It's holding just fine. Okay, the ankle rocker's off. I knew that. Hey, and it's standing on one foot. It's literally standing on one foot. I'm going to do the same thing again. I'm going to rip his foot off. Just so I can get things plugged back in and put that axe back on. I'll rip this one off for the time being. Foot, you may hold. Okay. I'm going to do it like this. Nope. That is stiff. Holy jeez. That one's
Yeah.
tougher to plug in than hammer sharpener is. Was not expecting that. That was tough. But not impossible, as it has been completed. That's a little too wide, isn't it? Yep. There is... Clearly there's something wrong here. Okay. Oh, there we go.
Just need to get that.
Now I can put the axe back onto his leg. There we go. Then we take Afterburner, and he just clicks in, nice and soft. There we go. And then Strafe is an asshole. And I'm dying. Holy crap, I should have probably taken my sweater off. Finally, after a very, very long time, here he is in all of his Primus given glory. Computron. Oh, that's brilliant. That's pretty. I'm glad I have this now. Okay, first things first, combined rifle. Combined rifle and his rifle are exactly the same. That would be Scattershot's rifle. Just with the long peg. Fold that up. Fold that down. Bring out the buttstock. Bring out the center bit. Extend the barrel. There's the combined rifle. So much easier than Onslaught's gun. Now I just gotta wiggle myself around. Holy crap, he's standing forward. Walk back on the ankle.
Wow.
I don't want him hunched over. I want him standing straight, pretty much. Okay. I'm going to have to cheat this eventually. Turn off my... No! Off. Try and turn off the flashlight. There we go. Oh, he's a big boy. Now I just gotta peg him together, peg his hand on. Cool thing about the gun is that that little peg forms a trigger. I think that's awesome. Oh! Little bits falling off. But nothing a little bit of... Just a little pain in the backside. There we go. There we go. And good God, he is a huge boy. He's taking up most of my headroom. Should I rock him back on the... No, I can't rock him back on the hips. I'm just going to have to leave him like this. Because this guy has to come apart in the next couple of days so I can do the stickers on him. Yeah, I got the stickers. I think the easiest ones to get off will be these two, and probably the nose cone leg, but other than that, it'll be a pain in the backside. Size comparison wise, first and foremost, yeah, there's literally no comparison. This guy towers over Octone. That'll go away. I'm not going to give him the ridiculous looking underslung hand cannon. He just slides it into his fist and he holds it down. It looks really stupid. That'll go back in the box because there's no other place to put it on him. And yes, the light speed guns and the nose cone guns are supposed to fit into the back of his legs, but it won't work because nose cone's guns don't fit. And if you really want a good old size comparison, yeah.
Welcome back, Devastator.
This is Combiner Wars fucking Devastator. You can't get much taller than Devastator, but he does pretty well. Goes up to probably there's Computron's head. And if you look about it, he's probably... Well, okay, so the top of Devastator's head is shorter than the strafe guns. Definitely. I can tell just by looking at it from behind. Tops of the strafe guns get just above his head. So, and Devastator's, I think, what was it supposed to be, like 25 and a half, 26 inches, something like that. He's huge. And this guy is taller at the top of his shoulders than Devastator. That's weird. Anyways, this one is Mr. Kevin's. That can go in now.
Devastator. Bye-bye.
Next on my list. Now, this completes the review, obviously. I will put up when I get the stickers, because it does change everybody dramatically. I won't do a review on... I won't do like a sticker applying video, because there are literally going to be hundreds. Not hundreds, but there will be at least 100 to put all over this guy. That's going to take a lot of time. So I'll just post when I get it finished. Yeah. Anyways. Next on the list for third-party items. Planet X is re-releasing a limited run of Vulcan, their Grimlock, when the metallic one comes out. I will be putting a pre-order down for the base colors version. I need to get... I want to get Planet X Optimus. I want to get Planet X Starscream, Skywarp, and Thundercracker. They've confirmed Planet X Megatron, nicknamed Pluto. He's a definite. They've also confirmed Apollo, who is Fall of Cybertron Ultra Magnus. I mean, he's definitely character model accurate from the game, but I don't know how I feel about that. And definite, he's a definite on my list. I want to get the Unique Toys Terrorcons. They're Abominus, because I like that. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go watch Emgo's 6-part review on the Unique Toys Orden. Those guys look awesome, and I want them, but they're expensive. What else? What else? God, there's so many third-party things I want these days that it's like it's hard to figure out. Iron Factory stuff. A lot of the Iron Factory stuff. It's really dinky, but it looks really cool. It's ridiculously detailed too, which is really awesome, and I can't wait to get a hold of those when the price is right. I mean, I might start. I'll probably start with Starscream, the Wing of Tyrant Red, as they call him. Wing of Tyrant Red, Blue, and Violet all came with different parts to create a ghost version of Starscream, which looks really cool. And I think Blue and Violet also came with parts to build a Sunstorm variant, which looks so cool as well. I want to get into Mastermind Creations stuff, the reformatted gear, because they just released their version of Megatron. That looks awesome. Again, MGO, Pog, they both have done videos on it. It looks amazing. But I'm happy where I am now. I still owe you guys the other FOC Dinobots. I swear I'll do them. But this is the guy to come back with. Yes. Yeah. Sorry about the lighting. When I do the sticker video, I'll probably be at home where I have better lighting. Anyways, until next time, this is Afterburn, Kev Stryker, and Rebecca all the way over there on the couch. Stay frosty.